going on, everyone? Welcome to Trucker 219. So I want to start this little segment on my channel, Trucker Story Time. Me telling a story about my time as a truck driver, something that happened to me over my career so far, and give you guys a feel of what it's like to be in the truck, driving down the road, hitting all these bumps. Just to give you guys a feel of what it's like, you'll hear the noises of the road. I'm going to try to keep it pretty bare bones, not really do a whole lot of editing. You're going to hear a lot of ums because that's just how I talk. You might hear some curse words. If it's relevant to the story, I'm going to put it in there, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's start out with the first story, and I think I'll start off in truck driving school. Driving school that I went to in Indiana, that's where the Trucker 219 comes from too, by the way. 219 is the area code of where I went to truck driving school and where I spent most of my time growing up at. I moved around a little bit, but for the most part I was in the 219 area code. Anyway, so I went to truck driver school there, and first day we walk in, there's about 4 or 5 guys there for that class. The trucking school I went to lasted about 3 weeks. So everybody comes into the classroom, everybody's all excited and nervous all at the same time. We all sit down and get our packets, and the instructor comes in, and his name was Instructor Dan, and he had served about 30 years in the Navy. And a running joke around the class, we would call him Lieutenant Dan, and he would get super pissed off, and it was just funny to crack the joke at him, and he enjoyed it. He was just having fun with us. Anyway, so 4 or 5 guys come in, and we're all in the same group of class. Each week they bring in a new set of students, and as they progress through the training, they move into different parts. So the first week is spent in the classroom. And in the classroom, you learn all the book knowledge that you can learn. And at the end of that first week, you go and take your permit. And you get your permit to be able to drive in trucking school and learn driving the truck. And there was this one kid in the class. A kid, I say kid just because I'm thinking students. But he wasn't a kid, he was an adult. And he comes in, and he's just like everybody else starting out. He's pretty chill, and we're just all hanging out, shooting the shit. And as the class progressed, it became pretty evident that he was that guy, just that guy that knew everything, but everybody else around him knew that he didn't know everything. Obviously, we're in the same boat. We're all coming to truck driving school to learn how to be a truck driver, learn how to drive trucks, and to get our CDL. So, I mean, outside of CDL school, your experience can vary, whether you work on a dock or, different things that you could have done prior to driving school. But nevertheless, you know about as much as everybody else. But this guy, every step of the way, the whole time, he knew everything. Oh yeah, I got it, no problem, I got it. So we finish up for the first week in the classroom, and everybody passed for their permit, everything was good to go. And week 2 comes around. Obviously we have the weekend off. Week 2 comes around, and that's when you start getting into the truck, start learning the truck, start learning different maneuvers, start working on your pre-trip. And in this school, they gave us, I hate to say it like this, but basically a script for the pre-trip inspection. And the job was to pretty much memorize everything on that script so you could essentially recite it to the person doing the testing at the end of the course. Obviously, you wanted to know what you were talking about, but the goal in that school was just to get you through. So that's what they did. They had a truck out on the yard, and it was an old Freightliner Classic. Had a trailer hooked up to it and everything. And every morning we would go out there and spend an hour or two just walking around the truck, practicing our little pre-trip inspection. And this guy the whole time was goofing off. The whole time, not taking anything seriously. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy having a little bit of fun with stuff too. But this guy, oh yeah, I got it. And the way we did these pre-trip inspections is we would go around and we would have a partner and we would read it off and by memory, and the other person would be checking and making sure that we were getting all the points that we needed to get. And every time it came around to him, he would go through and we would say, oh no, you forgot to say properly mounted and secured or whatever it was. And oh yeah, I got it. And the whole time being a know-it-all and it was just really starting to get to me, and pretty much everybody else in the class just always goofing off and not really taking anything seriously. We're all there trying to find our career path, and this guy's just being that guy. So, needless to say, we get in the trucks, and week 2, you're strictly on the yard. That's all you do. You practice backing maneuvers on the yard, do your pre-trip inspections, and week 3 rolls around, and you're actually out on the road, practicing driving out on the road. This is serious business. Everybody's piled into this truck. There's 3 seats in the back of the truck, and then the driver's seat, and then one of the instructors is always in the passenger seat. So in the passenger seat, you got the instructor there trying to, tell you a better way to do things and whatnot. And this guy, he gets ready to shift, and I've drove stick shift before. It's no big deal. I got it. Well, in truck driving school, you're required to be able to show double clutch. And for the people that don't know, double clutch is basically you're in one gear, say first gear, you clutch into neutral, and then clutch into second gear. So you first gear, clutch, move it to neutral, release the clutch, press the clutch back in again, and pop it into second gear. And he was constantly getting berated about doing single clutch, which is pretty common for driving regular stick shift. And me coming in, I had no experience with a stick shift at all. I was learning there. That was my whole goal of going to truck driving school, is to learn everything that I could learn so I could, have a successful career. The whole time this guy is driving, don't forget to double clutch. Hey, don't forget to double clutch. Oh yeah, I got it, no problem, I got it. So week 3, we're all in the trucks, and obviously we're getting graded, and the instructors are starting to see that this guy is just kind of not really getting with the program here. And we all kind of take bets as to who's going to pass. Holy cow, it's a big bump. All kind of take bets to see who's going to pass their CDL driving portion of the test. And it's in succession too. So you have to pass the pre-trip inspection in order to move to your backing testing. So if you pass the pre-trip, you pass the backing, you move on to the road. This guy didn't even make it through the pre-trip inspection because the whole time throughout the whole 3-week process of truck driving school, he was just goofing off and making a fool of himself. So they give you a couple of chances. I mean, they're there to get you through. Never kept in contact with him to find out if he ever passed. And so who knows where he is out in the world, if he's there, out here trucking. Good luck to him. But take it as a lesson, y'all. If you guys are trying to learn something, pay as close attention as possible as you can to the instructors. They obviously know better than you do. They've been there before. And just move forward and do the best you can in the career. And it never pays to be a know-it-all. Every day you should take a lesson and learn it, even if it's something as simple as I should be in the left lane because this right lane is way too fucking bumpy. All right, y'all, be safe. Take care. I'll catch you on the next one.